and then my friend in Spain was following events there because he had friends on the ground in Caracas. And then, so this afternoon, I'm getting ready to go to this black tie dinner at the Ritz Carlton in Tyson's Corner, and it's sponsored by the National Defense Industrial Association. I had a friend who worked there, and he got me a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was this annual dinner was put on by the Special Forces group, and they would give out an award every year to some member of the Special Forces, and then some member of Congress who had done so much for them, one of these functions. But anyway, so I'm putting on my tux at the time and getting ready to drive up it, and I get a call from my friend in Spain who says, "Hey, I just got information from Caracas that all the taxi cab radio frequencies are being interfered with, and cell phones are being jammed all over Venezuela." And he says there's reports that there's people marching on the presidential palace. He says, so I think whatever was brewing is happening right now. So I said, okay, well, thanks, keep me posted. I'm going off to this dinner. So I'm at the reception, and all these generals and admirals are coming in, and also colonels and captains and their aides, and full mess dress uniforms, and the bar just opens up, and about 15 minutes into this reception before the dinner, it's like one of these movies. Everyone's cell phone starts going off. Ring, 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 and you see it all. You're hearing it, and then you're saying, this was the old days, so they're flipping over the phone thing, and they're going over by the window to get away from everybody else who's also getting phone calls. Well, they all cleared out. I would say that half the people there left this reception and had to go back to the Pentagon. And I started asking around, and then I got a call from my friend in Spain. He says, "Oh yeah, Chavez he's being held somewhere. He's been arrested." And I said, "Wow!" I was just at this reception, and everybody's cell phones started ringing, and half of these guys just piled out of here. Anyway, the dinner ends, and then there's an after reception. A bunch of these Special Forces guys are at the bar, and then some of these guys who were called away come back, because I guess they're on their way home, and they decide, well, maybe I can get a couple. I missed the dinner, but maybe I can get a couple of free drinks out of these lobbyists, right? And so they come back, and then they're starting to talk. And I'm there I'm in my tuxedo, but I get a couple of medals on, the miniature medals from the military time, so I think we got one of them. And they're talking very freely. And the one guy says, yeah, we nailed the SOB, we got rid of Chavez. And I remember there was one old-retired Special Forces guy there. He says, well, I disagree. We should be getting into this business of changing governments. That's not what the Special Forces is all about. This guy had a lot of medals, because he was retired, but he had a lot of, so he had been in Vietnam and all these other places. So he was opposed to this, and they were trying to defend it, and I'm listening to all the, and one guy says the USS George Washington was off the coast, and it was them that provided the jamming, and NSA has been very effective in killing off Venezuelan communications. So, I don't want to be seen taking notes, so I'm getting up and going to the men's room and then grabbing some toilet paper, and I had a pen, and I'm writing notes on the toilet paper.
Wow! Now wait a minute, Wayne.
Yeah.
I can't. Can you? It's not very clear, and I want to get this. So can you say this again?
Do what? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, what? Now that's a whole lot better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
I'm at the Special Forces dinner, and it was sponsored by the National Defense Industrial Association, their Special Forces group.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys came back from the Pentagon for some after-dinner drinks, and they're bragging about how we got rid of Chavez, and talking about how the USS George Washington Task Force was off the coast, and the Navy was very helpful, and the NSA, and jamming the communications. Well, I had heard about the taxi cab frequencies and the cell phones being jammed earlier, so they confirmed that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they also said, the joint task force out of Key West that was mentioned as being involved with this. I forget what number it is, but that's an intelligence base in Key West, and they mentioned that the Colombians were supporting it, and that's what I got. And so this was in bits and pieces. I was picking up this. I'm just sitting there like a wallflower.
Yes.
They're talking openly because they see that I'm sitting there and like I look like I'm retired because I got a couple of miniature medals on my in my lapel, and but because I didn't want to be seen taking notes, I kept getting up to go to the men's room. I had nothing to write. I had a pen, but I had nothing to write on. So I was writing on toilet paper and paper towels. Whatever I could find back there.
Yes.
Because there was really nothing like even a brochure or anything. But I wanted to get all this written down as fast as I could before, I'd forget about it. And so I had all this stuff stuffed in my pocket, and so I wrote this story the next day, basically putting together what my friend in Spain initially reported, and then being at this dinner, and then what I had heard from these guys that came back from the Pentagon.